Hello everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Film Music Moments with me, Carl Corbin. Today we're going to be looking at the Man of Steel soundtrack composed by Hans Zimmer, legendary composer who you have most likely heard of, even if you don't maybe look at the soundtracks in films. Zimmer is known throughout the world for composing films such as Interstellar, the Dark Knight trilogy, and even the original Lion King film. And he's an absolute giant in the composing industry, one of the biggest names in the whole of history that is probably going to be renowned for years to come. Now, in my opinion, Zimmer is known for capturing emotion in his soundtracks. He's very good at choosing specific instruments to capture specific emotions in certain scenes. Today we're going to be looking at the main Superman theme written by Hans Zimmer, which is what I play at the beginning. Now, one of my favourite things about it is that it only contains a solo piano and a pad in the background like this. And it is very, very simple, and what I like about it is that it evokes the innocence and the hopeful nature of the Superman character. If you haven't seen Man of Steel, it's more of an origin story for Superman, as it gives his history and his upbringing on the planet Earth, which he's obviously not used to. And so that is why the theme, in my opinion, is so innocent and played in piano. I really like the way that it's really, really oversimplified on the piano to the point that you can play it with one hand. It's also in a major key and resolves in that third note, which gives off the sense of hope in the major key. Now, another thing I want to look at is a scene at the end of the film, which is the huge final fight scene. It's an absolutely massive clash of the Titans. It takes place on planet Earth between Superman and General Zod, the leader of the army from Krypton. These are two completely otherworldly alien beings having a huge fight in planet Earth. And the music is very dramatic. I've only got the piano to serve me, but Zimmer uses full timpani, brass. There's a whole orchestra full, and it goes a bit like this. I've had to shorten it there, but in the actual soundtrack it's a bit longer, and it uses a whole orchestra to make it sound as dramatic as possible. And I believe that he uses the full orchestra to fully affect the clash of two huge titans throwing blows at each other, causing huge destruction on the planet Earth. One of my favourite comparisons with this exact same theme is that it's used in what many people see as the sequel to the film, Batman v Superman, which Zimmer also scored. And in that film, Superman dies, killing the villain of the film, who's called Doomsday. And the same theme is actually used, but it's slowed down to make it more emotional, and it sounds a bit like this. Change actually happens when Superman stabs the villain, so it feels like we've won, but because of the sense of the music, we know that it's not really heroic, and Superman ends up dying, and it goes like this. And I've only got a piano here to assist me, but what Zimmer does is, I know it only sounds like I'm playing block chords here, but it actually has these huge notes being played, and then the guitar, pads, a choir as well, and behind it, giving it a full, forced dramatic tension. And so that's one of my favourite comparisons between two similar themes used in two different films. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I'm glad that I've been able to share this series with you. Please, if you have any films or soundtracks that you want me to look at in the future, please write them in the comments. These videos are all on YouTube and Instagram, so if you ever want to come back, you can watch them on there. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this series. Thank you very much.